Keep it open, I'll just keep an eye on the guy.
You good? All right, it is Monday, May 15th, 6 PM. We'll call our meeting to order and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we'll have a roll call.
Simonson, Rickrell,
Yes.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman. Alinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Do we have an approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Who made the motion? Colister made the motion.
Second.
Alinger seconded it. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Next is the public participation part of our meeting. Is there anyone out in Zoom land who'd like to address the council?
There's a hand up on Zoom.
Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, I know this is not on the topic of tonight's agenda, but what is the thinking about the green space and why all of a sudden it's being considered when there's one council member there tonight that has heard my plea wanting it to be a park, and now all of a sudden it's deciding to possibly put a building that costs a lot of money up there.
Thank you for your comments.
Okay, thanks, Richard. I guess what I would tell you is the plan has always been to develop that into some type of participatory park where they can have concerts and where they can have a stage and have a building.
The building is, talked about is going to be public restrooms. And there are generally public restrooms in all our city parks.
And it's gonna have a permanent stage.
Yeah, and a permanent stage.
So that's the plan for it. Is there anybody else who wants to address us? If not, we'll move on. We have our consent agenda for tonight, which is the minutes of the May 2nd, 2023 regular city council meeting. Bills payable through May 15th, 2023 in the amount of $265,478.69. Our April financial reports, renewal of a Class C retail alcohol license filed by La Casa de Pancho Restaurant, renewal of a wine permit filed by Make a Splash, renewal of a Class E liquor license filed by Main Street Tobacco, and acceptance of resignation from the tree board submitted by Maggi Muhlhausen, and accept resignation from Downtown Incentives Committee submitted by Nichole Notz, and accept an application to the Downtown Incentives Committee submitted by Kelly Gerlach.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so we had a motion by Holm,
No,
Fine.
fine.
second, or, we had a motion by Lyon, seconded by Holm.
Well, there were two that I heard simultaneous.
We got two of them.
We're there.
There were 2 seconds.
Okay, so it makes it 4 times. If we have no
Pass it
discussion,
twice.
take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Next is a public hearing. It's a public hearing regarding fiscal year 22-23 budget amendment. Is there anybody in the audience who wants to speak? Anybody in Zoom land care to speak? Who care to add anything?
No, and I'll take questions if asked, but the Finance Committee and I have worked through this for several months, just like your budget proposal for the 23-24 year, and a lot of this is expected and explainable and just a routine public hearing item we have to have before we get to our audit season.
Do we have a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Rickrell, seconded by Colister. Go ahead and take the roll.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item 8 is old business. A is a resolution approving the fiscal year 22-23 budget amendment.
So moved.
Okay, motion by
Second.
Colister, seconded by Lyon. We have no discussion, and take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Okay, budget's been approved. Item B is an ordinance amending Title 5 Additional Height and Area Regulations, Section 1L, Section 4, Accessory Buildings, Area and Location, Subsection 1, 4, and 6 of the Maquoketa Code of Ordinances, second reading.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Before I get going, Katie wanted me to just drop a note and say, when speaking into the microphone, don't be all the way back. None of you are doing it now, but she's run into some trouble in the past few meetings where at some point it sounds lower. So just wanted to at least let you know that in the kindest way possible, that that request was made from Katie through me to you. I guess ask Katie if you have any questions afterward. But going back to the point at hand here, this was a part of our discussion with Brad at our last meeting, where Brad took questions about what this represents and why they're doing it. In a short summary of it, this takes care of a lot of precedent issues for the city regarding building permits and corrects a lot of our process, where we get to go to our 30% marker, as we talked about, and not exceed 17 feet. So we haven't heard any negative comments about what's been proposed. We ask for your support in this, and we do have a supermajority present, and if it passes 6-0, we would welcome speeding this along to passage.
I've just one question with the 30%. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Now, a lot of yards have existing structures before this goes into effect. Now, are we if they want to do something else, can they just count 30% of the existing backyard they have that doesn't have anything in it, or does this?
I believe it's the whole lot altogether.
Okay.
So that doesn't, your question is a no, but it just depends on the whole lot. So this welcomes the whole lot square footage itself.
I'm just curious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, why has it been raised to 17 feet instead of 15 feet? Is there?
I think it has
accommodate-
something to do with the durability of the roofs. You know, the marker was 15, yeah. So why the building code went to that, and Brad didn't arbitrarily pick this number, but you know, maybe Judy, if you want to add comment about why Brad proposed this in some of the morning conversations. But what I got from Brad and our department heads is that they just are more resistant to weather, whether it's rain or hail coming down, that steeper pitch is a little bit better for the health of the structure itself. That would be my best assumption on it, and that's, I guess, stated with some weak confidence based on his weather comment before.
I think the other part was he did that training, and they were saying how we should not be giving out the variances as often as we do. It's a hardship variance or something. So they thought by 17 feet, it would not require variances because like you said, it meets more requirements at 17 feet.
Gives people more space to operate. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Lyons, second by Colister. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Alinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes. You want to suspend the rules? I move we suspend the rules and proceed with the third reading. Second.
Okay, we got a motion to suspend the rules and go to third reading on this by Lyon, seconded by Colister. Go ahead and take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
All right, I move we proceed with the third reading.
Motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Colister. There's no discussion, take the roll.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Okay, motion's been adopted. Item C is ordinance amending Title III Community Protection, Chapter 21, Section 5, Administrative Property Enforcement of the City of Maquoketa Code of Ordinances, and this is the first reading.
Well, we had discussed this as a council last time, and what stopped us from moving forward was that littering wasn't in the resolution title, though it was discussed here. So we decided to play it safe and table it, and this is why it's back in front of you this time.
So moved.
Nothing has changed.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister, seconded by Alinger. Go ahead and take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Okay, the first reading passes. We move on to item D, ordinance amending Title III Community Protection, Chapter 20, Section 5, Administrative Traffic Enforcement of the Maquoketa Code of Ordinances, and this too is a first reading.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This is very similar to the previous item with the fine structure remaining at 60. We had a public safety meeting within our last meeting here, and a little bit of discussion beforehand too about whether or not to consider overweight vehicles off truck routes that are stated in our code. In anticipation of a possible adjustment in the future, we'd like to include this so that we have it available to us when we make this order. So we did include at the recommendation of Public Safety Committee to include this for now. Chair Simonson is not with us tonight, but he supports it. This does not change the weight restrictions code 33A468. We haven't touched that yet at all. It just reflects that it's available to us should we decide to enforce some sort of violation on this admin citation. So sometime in the future, when we get to a better spot with that weight restrictions code, we'll bring it back.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Okay, that first reading passes. Now we make it item 9, new business. And item A is a resolution adopting City of Maquoketa vision statement.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. To my surprise, I was doing some grant writing here recently, and it called for a mission and vision statement. And I ran out to the front office and said, do we have a mission and vision statement? The answer to that's no. Despite having a 2040 comprehensive plan and a pretty complex document, we just don't have one. And so to get us started on a path of endorsing a vision and mission statement, I'd like to put the both of them forward to you so that we have them on paper and that if needed, we can adjust them in the future. But I think that these next two items are a good baseline to start with for the community that are based on some values, such as community integrity and mutual respect. And as our vision statement has, being a desirable place to live, work, and visit. I think those are important keywords for us to live by.
They're just, the first sentence doesn't read well to me. If you just read it as, the vision for the city of Maquoketa is to provide high-quality public services environment for residents, businesses, and visitors. Something seems
Shouldn't there be an and in
Yeah.
there?
like
missing an
and or
And?
something's plural that shouldn't be, I don't know, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue, and it doesn't make it clear to me even what that vision is, so. If anyone has suggestions.
Could we put our vision for the city of Maquoketa instead of the?
Was there an and in there originally? It just got missed or what?
I certainly think an A got missed there, but
Provide a high-quality public service environment, I mean, I don't know, something,
A high-quality public services environment. Do we need to say for residents?
Wouldn't you just put like a and,
Oh,
A-N-D,
yeah,
and
we
then
do.
an A-N, and?
Well, I think with the A, it reads right.
Yeah.
just A instead of high quality.
A, high quality.
No, I think it wants it to be a high-quality public services environment.
For residents, businesses, and visitors.
does that resolve some concern?
Yeah, I'll make that motion, that we insert the letter A in front of high quality and proceed with it as written.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon, seconded by Colister to we gonna adopt it with that change?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The R in front of vision, I mean, you have that in the next one down. Why wouldn't you
Yeah,
just
I was gonna say, to make it consistent, our vision and our mission, that's a good catch.
do
Okay.
modify them?
I will modify
Second.
my motion.
Okay. What are we, is that for both statements or just the one?
Just the one. and
Just
then
the
we
one,
have to do
okay.
the next one.
Otherwise, it's really good.
Thank you.
We have a motion by Lyon, seconded by Colister to modify this.
I want to see decals.
You know,
Oh, man.
So anyway, go ahead and take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, we've adopted the vision statement. Now we have a resolution adopting the City of Maquoketa mission statement.
same story. I'm just now scanning the statement to make sure it's got the ands and Rs. So we have an A, we have an hour.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Alinger. And if there's no discussion or spelling errors, take the roll.
Alinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, we've adopted the mission statement. Item C is a resolution authorizing amendment number 1 for an additional 7,883 square yards of seal coating services by G Asphalt Systems in the amount of $46,833.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Frank, do you want to maybe explain a little bit of this one?
We have some monies left in our road use tax for like this fiscal year, and we decided we should probably continue on with Main Street, going from Summit down to the Horseshoe Pond entrance. We went through this with the street committee, and it was decided that would be a good way to finish out the Main Street project.
We have, we didn't 100% fulfill our seal coating contract last year, and they couldn't finish a couple streets. They're due to return when the overnight temperature is at least 60 for a string of days and reseal a couple things here. And since they're going to be back, we thought it would be efficient for us to maximize our budget and finish South Main all the way down to about City Limits Restaurant. The cost for this, your bid last year for the ceiling itself, the crack part of it, and this was about June 22, was $1.15 for crack filling. This is by square yard, I believe. $1.92 for sealer and $4.38 for friction sealing. Compared to the price we were offered for this addition that we've called for, it's $1.22 for that crack sealing and $4.42 for that friction seal. So your prices are extremely close, given some of these cost increases. We did check that. This is an addition just to maximize what we should be doing anyway, and it follows the plan that we have to do some deferred maintenance on some of our more important roads here.
Are there safety lines on South Main Street? And if so, does this include the cost to repaint those?
No.
This is not painting, but Frank and I have discussed painting the intersection of Main and Summit after this seal goes down so that things are better marked there for turns. We've had an increase in truck traffic at that intersection because of control.
And there is no traffic. There's no painting now.
Right.
I think what's there faded away.
I don't think there's ever been painting on the road.
I don't know. Has there been painting on the road, Frank?
Yeah, we do the, like, Summit Street sides.
You're talking like the curbs?
Well, the curbs and the, like, and the, like, center
Right
line
at the
trash.
intersection, but not down the road.
No.
somewhere,
The
yeah.
limit lines and,
All right, well, we had a motion by Lyon. Do we have a second?
second.
Seconded by Holm. And if we have no more discussion, take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item D is a resolution approving release of real estate mortgage for 101 South Main Street. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This is a pretty simple one. This is a prior improvement loan incentive for Pure Salon, and due to a transaction that had to be part of the transaction because we got it recorded. And this releases the mortgage for that property. It's the last step for the transaction. It's already gone through, but they're just asking for some final paperwork on this, seeking your blessing to get this released.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If there's no discussion, take the roll.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item E is a discussion and possible motion waiving competitive bidding and authorizing purchase of a flygate pump in the amount of $11,841 from Mississippi Valley Pump.
Thank you, Mayor. Jen, you good to take this one?
Yep. So we have a lift station, our northwest lift station, that's off of North Jones, that has a lot of flow. And we had a pump go down. It was, I believe, a 1998 pump. When they pulled it out, it was hanging in pieces. It had been repaired back in July of '21. Because usually if the repair is less than 50% new, we go ahead and repair it or get the approval for repair. If you look through the council packet, the repair is actually $2,000 more than replacement. The reason I'm asking for it before July 1st is because it's a 3-pump station. We're running off of 2 pumps. And if one of those pumps go down, we don't have any way to pump it because we've got to have 2 pumps in that station in order to stay ahead of the flow. There's so much flow in that station.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Colister, seconded by Coolman. If we have any more discussion, take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Okay, we're buying a pump. Item F is a resolution approving architectural services agreement with FEH Design in the amount of $8,500 for Sunshine Daycare, payable out of the American Rescue Plan Act fund.
This one's fairly interesting if you really start to think about some of the data that I have listed in here. You know, I don't want to bring my family situation into it because it's not entirely impacted by this at all. But, you know, I can give you an example of a wait list that Kara and I went to in Dubuque where the wait list was literally 2 years long. And that's what's out there in the market right now for people with young children. And so our daycare, our primary large one, Sunshine, has about room for 90 right now with what's available to them in building space and these things. And they do not have the financial resources at all to begin thinking about improvements because they can't, I guess, raise rates to a point on families without having that be a concern. They can't meet the demands of their wait list, which is significant and months long still. And that building itself used to have 200, 250. And so as the city becomes more and more interested in attracting families and retaining families for that matter, and you know, Meadow Park's about to go up with 30 homes. I don't know who we expect to move there or where they expect to put kids, but we have a problem here. And we discussed it at the Finance and Personnel Committee meeting about this particular issue. And Andrea, who volunteers for Sunshine's board, tells me that 2 more daycares shut down, and that's in-homes. I don't know who they are. I asked my in-home provider for us if that was true. She said it was, and she's getting 5 to 10 calls a week right now. And I realize that this resolution's not going to fix any of that, but at least puts our biggest business and partner in this mission on the right path. And so as we start thinking about what we can do to get families to consider Maquoketa, I think this is a major step. And I don't know how else to answer it besides that. And plus, there's a real risk here of losing parents out of the workforce if they have to stay home because of kids. And I think that we've had some pretty good discussion with their Finance and Personnel Committee, and there's some sideline objectives we need to reach for. But I'll field any questions on this. I think it's important. It is funded out of the American Rescue Plan Act fund, but it's something that I think is smart business for the city to start attacking and others.
So moved.
We have a motion by Lyon, seconded by Alinger. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger, Yes. Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item G is a discussion and possible motion to approve a pay estimate number 23 in the amount of $54,916.13 to Chig Fry for the Platt Street project.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Andy from Origin reached out to Frank and I on Thursday and said they had missed the bills. And, we have a 3-week break between this council meeting and the next. And there's an ongoing discussion about how to finish this job. This particular bill should have been in the bills list that you would have approved anyway. This is for the spring work that's already been done, is contract approved, the sod. Frank, what else happened here in the last part of the spring here?
Monumentation, sodding, some saw cutting of future transition areas, the removal of transition areas in front of the Eagles and K Motorsports, and that's about it.
When are these monuments gonna be complete? I am sick of questions about those monuments.
That is part of the ongoing situation we have going on right now.
They're substantially complete right now, they're just missing metalwork
That's what
on the
everybody
outside.
wants to know. It's
Yeah.
like- And I don't have an answer for them.
If you look on the request for council action, the city is, I've been working with Andy on this, the city has been holding back 130,000 plus monies in liquidated damages, so we are doing our part to try and keep this project moving.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If there's no more discussion, take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger. Yes. Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next is a resolution rejecting all bids received for the alley chip sealing project and directing a rebidding.
Council, frankly, no pun intended, we expected the bids to be around 40 grand. And so it's probably a time, we wanted this done before June 30th. It didn't seem to be a realistic possibility for competitive bidding in this. And so we're asking you to approve a rejection of bidding so that we can extend another bid out and then get this out to an October 1st or October 31st finish date. The road use tax fund balance, the fund balance will accumulate. It's not, you don't use it, you'll lose it. It has to be used for a specific purpose, so asking for your approval on this.
Is there a reason why the timing is probably what got us here, but we've known for 3 years or more that we were gonna do this exact thing this summer. So why do we end up putting out bids at odd times and then we end up getting stuck like this?
It should have been bid in the winter or late fall.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Coolman,
Second.
seconded by Alinger. If there's no discussion, take the roll.
Alinger. Yes. Holm,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, we've made it to reports and communications. Do we have anything from any of the council members? City managers report?
Yeah, just that we have the western closure, Forest Drive, which is the Meadow Park Road, is set except for the street connections, and they have to do a full road connection on Western. So similar to some of the things you may have seen on Platt Street, they have to dig out the whole street, make the base right, set curb, all those things, and make sure the connections are in and good. That's gonna take some time, so tomorrow morning to Sunday night, hopefully not Sunday night, but early on Sunday, they're gonna open that roadway back up. So I'm sure you know, just trying to spread out the word as much as I can. Platt Street continues to be an ongoing discussion with Origin and DOT and the review of what they're calling something of an intermediary punch list at the moment. There were quite a few issues that were observed by DOT when they arrived. Some of those design related, some of those Chig Fry related, but Origin still has a substantial amount of paperwork to digest before they put something in front of me or in front of you. So something is coming. Chick-fil-A is waiting. They're not here right now, and it makes business for them sense for them not to be here because they have other jobs to be at, but they'll be returning, and hopefully the next meeting, definitely by June 19th, we'll be discussing this again in great detail.
Okay. We have nothing for an executive session, so I'd accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Holmes, seconded by Alinger. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.